Have you ever wondered why you wake up every morning coughing up mucus, clearing your throat, or feeling like something just won't go away? You don't have a cold. You don't smoke. You try to eat healthy. Yet somehow, that thick, sticky feeling keeps showing up again and again. Many people over 60 believe this is just part of aging. But the truth is, if you ignore it, this issue can linger for years. And it doesn't just affect your health. It can also impact your confidence, your social life, and how you start each day. Sometimes, what feels like a small annoyance is actually your body trying to tell you something important. And if you're between 55 and 85, this video was made especially for you. Even if you're not personally dealing with this, someone close to you might be. Before we begin, let us know where you're watching from. Drop your state or city in the comments. We'd truly love to hear from you. And if this topic feels helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss the health content we create just for older adults like you. Let's begin now with the very first reason why your body might be producing mucus every single morning. Reason 1. Post-nasal drip from aging sinuses. Have you noticed it? That strange feeling in your throat when you wake up. You swallow. You clear your throat. You try to get rid of it. But it just stays there. This is one of the most common signs of something called post-nasal drip. It happens quietly in the background as you sleep. And it's especially common in older adults. As we age, the lining of our nasal passages becomes drier. Tiny little hairs that once pushed mucus out of our sinuses start to slow down. That mucus doesn't get cleared the way it should. Instead, it trickles down the back of your throat. Every night. And every morning, you feel it. It's not like the mucus from a cold. It doesn't go away in a week or two. It can last for months, even years. And unfortunately, many older adults just accept it as something they have to live with. But the truth is, you don't. Post-nasal drip can get worse in dry environments, during winter when the heater is running, or at night when you lie flat and your sinuses drain more easily. Some people also use nasal sprays too often, which can make the problem worse over time. I remember talking with a man named Richard, 78 years old. Every morning, before he even touched his coffee, he spent 20 minutes coughing and clearing his throat. He started skipping breakfast with friends. He stopped going to church. He didn't want to be the one interrupting the room with constant coughing. And it wasn't just physical. He said it made him feel embarrassed, like his body was breaking down. But once he added a humidifier to his bedroom and raised his pillow just a few inches, the difference was incredible. Within 2 weeks, he said he felt like himself again. If this sounds like something you're going through, try asking yourself a few questions. Is your bedroom air too dry? Do you lie completely flat when you sleep? Are you using a nasal spray every night? Simple changes can go a long way. A glass of warm lemon water in the morning, a little extra humidity in the air, a pillow that lifts your head gently. These are all small steps that can bring big relief. If this resonates with you, drop the number 1 in the comments below. We'd love to know if you're still with us. Now let's keep going, because the next reason might surprise you even more. It doesn't start in your nose. It starts in your stomach. Reason 2, silent reflux. There's a reason for your morning mucus that most people never consider. It's called silent reflux. And it doesn't feel like regular heartburn at all. There's no burning sensation, no spicy meals, no chest discomfort. But every night, while you're sleeping, small amounts of acid rise up from your stomach. They reach your throat. And your body responds by creating mucus to protect the area. This happens slowly, silently. And in the morning, you wake up coughing, clearing your throat, or feeling hoarse. I once spoke with a woman named Margaret, 68 years old. She thought she had bronchitis. She kept coughing up mucus every morning. Her doctor checked her lungs. Everything looked fine. It wasn't until she tried eating earlier in the evening and raising the head of her bed that the problem disappeared. No medication. No antibiotics. Just a few lifestyle shifts. That's how silent reflux works. It creeps in without warning. And because it doesn't hurt, people rarely think to treat it. But as we age, the muscle that keeps acid in our stomach weakens. So when you lie flat at night, acid has a much easier time moving upward. You might not feel it, but your body reacts to it anyway. It produces mucus. Your voice feels raw. Your throat feels tight, and you feel frustrated because no one understands what you're dealing with. That's the hardest part. When you don't know what's wrong and the people around you think it's just aging, you stop explaining. You stop hoping for a solution. But you deserve better. You deserve comfort. If this sounds familiar, try elevating the head of your bed. Avoid eating late at night, and swap out heavy meals for something lighter, like warm ginger tea. Most of all, talk to your doctor about the possibility of silent reflux. Because sometimes the answer isn't another pill. It's a smarter habit. And if this part hit home for you, leave the number 2 in the comments below. Let us know you're still watching and learning. Now let's move on. Because the next cause of chronic mucus isn't about what's happening inside your body. It's about the air you breathe every day. Reason 3. Dry indoor air. Many people assume mucus only builds up when you're sick, or when the weather is humid. But in reality, the exact opposite is often true. For many older adults, dry indoor air is one of the biggest hidden causes of persistent morning mucus. As we age, the mucous membranes inside our nose and throat become thinner and more sensitive. They don't hold moisture the way they used to. And when the air around us is too dry, especially in homes with heating or air conditioning, those tissues react. They become irritated. And your body responds the only way it knows how: by producing more mucus to protect itself. You might go to bed feeling perfectly fine, but you wake up coughing, clearing your throat, or feeling like something is stuck. It's confusing, frustrating, and often it seems to come out of nowhere. I remember a man named Frank, 72 years old. He tried allergy pills. He cut out dairy. He even changed toothpaste. But nothing worked. Then one winter, his daughter gave him a small bedroom humidifier. Within a week, his mucus was cut in half. And by the second week, it was nearly gone. That's the power of moisture. You can't see dry air. You can't touch it. But your body feels it. And it reacts, even when you're asleep. This problem can get worse if you're taking certain medications, like blood pressure pills, antihistamines, or diuretics. They all dry out the body even more. So if you're waking up with thick mucus, try looking at your environment. Is the air too dry? Do you have a humidifier in your bedroom? Are you drinking water before bed and again in the morning? Sometimes, the smallest changes make the biggest difference. If this section sounds like your experience, drop the number 3 in the comments. It helps us know you're still following along. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed, with a clear throat and peace of mind. And in many cases, all it takes is giving your body a little more support during the night. Now let's take this further. Because one of the most misunderstood reasons for chronic mucus isn't new. It's something we already talked about, but it deserves a deeper look. Reason 4. Silent reflux revisited. When most people hear acid reflux, they picture that burning feeling after a heavy meal. But silent reflux is different. It doesn't burn. It doesn't hurt. And that's what makes it so sneaky. While you sleep, stomach acid can slowly rise up your throat. It doesn't always wake you. You don't feel it. But when it reaches your vocal cords or the back of your throat, your body acts fast. It floods the area with mucus, trying to protect the tissue, trying to stop the damage, trying to heal. Then morning comes. You feel a lump. You clear your throat. You cough. And you don't know why. Most people chalk it up to aging, to allergies, to something harmless. But it's not harmless. I once met a woman named Elaine, 68 years old. She was clearing her throat up to 50 times a day. She saw specialists. She thought maybe she had an infection that wouldn't go away. But no one asked her the right questions. What time are you eating dinner? Are you lying down right after meals? Are you waking up with a hoarse voice? Once she changed her habits, eating earlier, avoiding acidic foods at night, and raising her pillow, her symptoms faded away. She finally felt like herself again. Silent reflux is more common than most people think. And for older adults, it can be especially tricky. We tend to eat later. We're less active in the evening. And the valve that keeps acid in the stomach weakens over time. So acid finds its way up. And your body does what it must to protect you, even if you don't notice right away. If this story sounds familiar, leave the number 4 in the comments. We want to know if this message is helping you connect the dots. Ask yourself simple questions tonight. Did I eat too late? Did I lie down soon after dinner? Did I have tomatoes, citrus, or chocolate? These aren't small habits. They're clues. And sometimes the root cause of a problem isn't what we feel. It's what we overlook. Now let's move on to our final reason. A powerful one. The kind that surrounds you every day, even though you can't see it. Let's talk about dry air and low humidity. Reason 5. Dry air and poor humidity. Your home. The place where you spend most of your time. It might be the very thing that's making your throat fill with mucus every morning. It's not a virus. It's not an allergy. It's the air itself. Dry air with poor humidity. After the age of 60, your respiratory lining becomes more fragile. Your nasal passages, your throat, even your lungs, they all become more sensitive to dry environments. And when the air in your home lacks moisture, whether it's winter with heating or summer with constant air conditioning, your body reacts. It tries to compensate. And it does that by producing mucus. Thick, sticky, uncomfortable. The worst part, you may not even realize what's happening. You go to bed feeling fine, but wake up coughing, clearing your throat, feeling like something's wrong. I remember a man named Edward, 77 years old. He used to be a high school principal. Every morning, he'd sit by the window with a cup of coffee and a box of tissues. Coughing, clearing his throat. He thought it was just aging, maybe allergies. But then something changed. He traveled to visit his daughter in Florida. The weather was warm, humid, and his coughing nearly stopped. That's when it clicked. It wasn't him. It was the air in his home. When he got back, he placed a humidifier in his bedroom and another in the living room. Within days, the difference was dramatic. Dry air doesn't just trigger mucus. It makes that mucus thicker, harder to expel. It clings to your throat. It settles in your lungs, and it creates the perfect place for bacteria to grow. If you're drinking water but still feel irritated, take a look around you. Is the air in your home too dry? Do you have indoor plants? Do you open the windows now and then? You don't need expensive machines. You just need a few thoughtful changes. And your body will thank you. If this sounds like what you're going through, type the number 5 in the comments. That way, we know you're still here and still learning. You deserve to start each day with clarity, not discomfort, not embarrassment. And sometimes, that clarity begins with something as simple as better air. Now let's bring everything together and reflect on what your body may have been trying to tell you all along. Conclusion: if you wake up every morning with mucus in your throat, coughing, or feeling stuck, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not broken. Millions of older adults live with this quiet discomfort, and many have been told it's just part of aging. But today, we've seen something different. There are real reasons behind this struggle, and there are real ways to feel better. At this age, your body doesn't shout anymore. It whispers. It speaks through small changes, like needing to clear your throat a little more, or feeling more mucus after a meal. These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of wisdom, of a body that has lived for decades, and now needs gentler care, a little more kindness. Whether the cause is post-nasal drip, silent reflux, dry air, medications, or sleeping habits, it's your body asking for support. The good news is, you don't need major treatments. You need small steps. A humidifier, a higher pillow, an earlier dinner, more water, less dairy. Just little changes. But they add up. And more than anything, we hope this video reminded you of one thing. You deserve to feel better. You don't have to accept every discomfort as just aging. You can take control, ask the right questions, and start making changes that bring you peace. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more videos like this for people just like you. And now we'd love to hear from you. What was the most helpful thing you learned today? Share it in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel a little less alone. Thank you for spending this time with us. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.